Dear students, today I would like to take up the topic the art of reading, one of the language skills. We have learned about the 4 types of language skills, that is LSRW, if you could recall, that is listening, speaking, reading and reading is the process of looking at a series of written symbols and getting meaning from them, that is extracting meaning from the central idea. It is an important aspect of language learning and it is a complex cognitive or mental process of decoding symbols in order to construct or derive meaning. Okay, and reading is a good receptive skill because we are both receiving information and transmitting it. So it is also known as a productive skill. It is a very important aspect of language learning. Okay. Now different authors have defined reading in their own ways. Let's see what Francis Bacon says. He says, reading maketh a full man, conference a ready man, and writing an exact man. That means, to put in a nutshell, we can say that reading makes a perfect man. He is able to confidently face the global arena, confidently stand up in this competitive world because he has that gift of knowledge of reading, because he is a complete man, we can say in other sense. Reading makes a complete man, and both in his academic as well as professional field. Moving further, effective reading skills are very essential or vital to achieve success not only in one's academic but also in professional life, as we just said. Now, different people have different reading speeds. Okay, so an average college student reads between 150 and 250 words per minute, but some people can read even 1000 words per minute. That is, we can say skimming or scanning. They just skim over the words without reading word by word. Okay, now another definition given by Joseph Brodsky is that there are worse crimes than burning books. One of them is not reading them. That means the greatest crime we commit is when we get a book and we just ignore it, keep it aside without reading it. That is the worst crime we can ever do. Okay? Let's now see the different benefits of effective reading. So how can we benefit from reading any text or any document we have? Now, to start with, effective reading always provide you with a comprehensible input from the books. Okay, whatever you read, you get a comprehensible or a complete input from the text. Next, reading skills and strategies enhance the student's ability to comprehend various aspects with ease, various concepts with ease, and also develop crucial thinking skills. So it enables the person's capacity to easily grasp the central idea and develop his own crucial or analytical thinking skills. Okay. Next, it enhances your general ability to use other language skills such as listening, speaking and writing. Remember, we have the 4 LSRW. Okay. Next, effective reading always helps you to keep your mind focused on the materials and prevents it from unnecessary distraction. That means if you get engrossed in reading a book, then definitely your mind will be staying focused on that particular text and you will not be distracted by other outside world, whatever happenings are outside. Okay, so you will be concentrated on that particular text. Next, it helps you to consolidate the previously learned knowledge. So if you read a book, you usually correlate with your previous knowledge. So you are able to combine the present and the previous knowledge, and for the future you are ready to do a new work. Next, it helps in building confidence as you start reading longer and later voluminous tests. Okay, so and it gives you pleasure and relaxations as books are the best and our most reliable friends. Okay, clear? Now let's see what is reading comprehension. So we usually come across in exams or in other competitive examinations reading comprehension. Okay, so what is that? Now as you all know, reading is a complex cognitive process of decoding symbols in order to construct or derive meaning. It is a means of language acquisition, of communication, and of sharing information and ideas. Now, like all languages, it is a complex interaction between the text and the reader, which is helped or shaped by the reader's prior knowledge or expressions. So, we can say it is the ability to understand a written passage of the text. The readers should be able to decode what they read and make connections with their knowledge, with their previous knowledge. And it is important to have a good vocabulary for an effective comprehension. Okay. Now, reading comprehension is one of the most commonly assessed skills in many a reputed test meant for the selection for higher studies or professional positions. Okay, in mostly nearly 80-90% of the examinations they ask for reading comprehension. Okay, now let's see what are the 4 reading skills. They are namely skimming, scanning, intensive and extensive reading. Okay, now let's see each one by one. Skimming. What is skimming? It involves running our eyes very quickly over large text and extract the creamy layer of the text. That means we don't go sentence by sentence or paragraph by paragraph. We just have a quick glance and extract the creamy or the main central essence of the text. Next we go on to the scanning, which means reading the text very quickly without concentrating very deeply or without careful reading. Our motto is just to extract some particular material we want. Okay, so for just a specific matter we may look and find out that particular part. Next is intensive reading. As the name denotes, intensive means thorough. So it is a detailed and focused study of the text. In this we read each line by line, paragraph, sentences very clearly, each word, focusing on each and every word and extracting the main idea of the text or the book. Critical reading, which means understanding how ideas have been arrived at. That means if you read a particular text, we would be able to critically, when we critically analyze it, we come to know how those ideas or expressions have been arrived at. How did we arrive at the conclusion? Okay. Now, being an active reader means a critical reader. If you are a good reader, you should have the capacity to critically analyze your reading. Next is SQ3R. It is also a reading comprehension method, that is survey, question, read, recite or recall and review. Clear? To conclude, now let's see the different tips for effective reading, or how can we make our reading more effective. Okay, so just I have given you these 5 points. Let's see each one by one. First one, read with a purpose. That is very important. You have to have some goal of reading. It is very easy to get confused when you get something, you don't know what to read, where to read and when to read and for why you are reading. Okay, so always set your goal aside. You can say my purpose of reading is to gain information or to inform a decision or to get a different perspective viewpoints. Okay, next is skim first. Now it is a very useful technique, and the skim through the document first, focusing on the headings, subheadings and a conclusion to get a general feeling about the content of the documents. Okay, so skim just have a glance, quick glance, overall glance of the text. Next is read summaries. Now, why do we do summary reading? To understand the key themes. We usually go through the preface or summary. Okay, so our motto is to understand the important key themes, key ideas of that. Now, most reports or long publications have a one-page summary. In printed articles, in professional magazines, a summary of the key themes is often given in a small box. So, start reading with these texts. Okay. Next is make notes so that you can refer to it in future. Okay. You may need that for future reference. So, capturing or grasping notes as you go is an extremely effective way of keeping focus. Okay. Next, set a time limit to maximize your overall effectiveness. Now, most people can only read for a short period of time without a break, usually about 30 to 45 minutes. Now, make a habit of setting time limit for and see how long you will allocate to each reading session to maximize your overall effectiveness. You should see the concentration level. For some people, for 30 to 40 minutes is the perfect concentration level. Okay, after that they are just blindly reading it, passive reading we say. So you should see how much time you can concentrate, and accordingly you should set your time. Okay students, so these are the different tips for effective reading. So I hope you have understood all this, and you will, whatever you have learned today, you should put that into your practical knowledge also. Okay, you should imbibe all these qualities which I have discussed, and in order to make your reading effective. Okay, so happy reading. Bye students. Thank you. Stay safe. Take care of yourself.